Hi guys, me Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. Let's look at the markets. Look, all the gains of the last week are gone. Oh wait. Yeah, that was a balance. And then boom. And that would have been like too high. Too far from 0.5. Weird. I wouldn't have taken this one. And that would be a stop now. Well, I don't do real stops, but you get the point. That's too. If that was like smaller or something like this, then maybe. Yeah. Something in the realm of this. But yeah, IWM is in a balance officially. So you see how tight the SPY is? Yeah, officially it's 710, 694, so yeah, so freaking tight. And that was a balance. Which would need a close manipulation signal on for swing trade. However, maybe 5 minutes. Market is dangerous. Dangerous. What was the song? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Goes up, then changes direction. And then goes up again. Nothing here. Yeah. This guy goes up. But look, the exhaustion volume is already there. Tink. Yeah, it's good in continuation of the trend in 10 minutes. However, shows all signs of exhaustion. Tun, tun, tun. Tun, tun, tun. Watermelon sugar high. Oh, watermelon sugar high. How does it pronounce it so fast? Watermelon sugar high. It's today. And yeah, it's here really. Because we're talking about today's volume, yeah. It's right there. Boom. Yeah. So I don't like this continuation of the trend at all. in the previous T2 is there. So yeah, this doesn't look good. I wouldn't trade it anyway. I wouldn't trade it anyway. Too big of a volume. And that was on volume spring. So thank you, but no. Oil is trying. Also closes in 6 minutes. Breaks the creek level. Approaches 0.5 and this balance. This is too big of a volume. This volume is bigger. Yeah. That looks like exhaustion. A little bit too far from 0.5. Huh. It goes. It goes down. I would love to see it to 0.5 into this sign of strength level. That would be beautiful to buy it from here. 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. That can pass for a balance. This is neglectable. And yet it's a break officially now, so 0.5 is here. Let's see. This guy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think it's like Russian markets reacting to Trump's 10-day ultimatum, and this is Russian markets reacting to EU-US trade deal. Hold on. Okay. Intel is there. I was trying. I looked at the 1 hour, but it doesn't look like there's anything. That would be like too high. Just like take it like right here. Huh. Maybe. But that was up. And here it was like too high. Needed a test and no test, so I would love to short on Intel to compensate a little for the position I'm stuck in for like ever. Ooh, this guy knows how to play my nerves. That's definitely an interesting accumulation. It's definitely an interesting accumulation. This guy's too high. And I'm stuck in it up to my eyeballs. Up to my eyeballs. Stuck in it. Progressive is doing it, but so high up there, it's ridiculous. And the volume, like, forget it. Forget it. Says Mishka and continues to watch it. Maybe that's something I need to improve someday. Like, I disqualify the stock on the superior time frame and then I continue to watch it on inferior. This will need a test. And also I was thinking yesterday, doesn't look like a spring yet. And look at this volume. It's all in here. It's like 205 mils. 205 mils. No, it's split. No, it's right here. And now we have a bigger volume. So probably it will end up. Can be one bigger. I don't know, I'm split. So, like, based off yearly, it needs a spring. Like, boom, bigger volume and come out of it. On monthly, that needs a test. 2-bar spring, and then we need a test. On daily, volume is here, and we're right in it right now, as we speak. Okay, going lower. Watermelon sugar high. Watermelon sugar high. Watermelon sugar high. Is it how he sings it? Or is there some shortening, clinking that's going on? This is actually not bad for short. Yeah. Where's the volume on 930? That's right there. Yeah. Oh. This. Okay. Something like this. Well, technically by old spread, it's a short bar, but I mean bearish. And that was the biggest bar. 387. No, this is the biggest bar. And then it has a tail. No, yeah, no. Don't think there's anything on minutes. And look at this bar. There may be coincidence that this bar didn't reach in spring the T1 level, and then it reversed, and then boom, reaction bar. What I'm trying to do here. It's 0.5, and that's where the volume was. It's right there. Just buy the price. I already made too much. This is also possible. Yeah, exactly. This is also possible. No, no, no. But it's also the biggest volume of the entire correction, so look a lot like exhaustion. On minutes though, it's up here, right? Not anymore. 10:30. Okay. Let's keep an eye on this guy. And this also, ever since here, minutes contradict hourly. Oops. So, yeah. That's now the situation. It's amazing, this volume. Boom, boom, boom. It even springed it. Look at this guy. It will close in correction though. It will close above, but in correct. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Any of this makes sense? It doesn't. Anymore. We don't have transitioning shown. So it was like this. And then it did go up and confirm, and now it's down, and now it's this. Forget about 0.5. I'm trying to prove. Yeah, this makes no sense. That's a balance. Again, look, would have stopped me out. Well, I wouldn't put a real stop on this thing. That would be... I don't even put stop limits anymore. I just put a limit for take profit, and then I just see what it has. Vodafone. Ha! It's below. Low 11.10 by 1 tick. So we are now below. And that makes sense. It's so high. There's down Philip Morris. Unvolumed. Yeah. Boom. Gosh, this is a monster. Telling you guys. This is a monster. Even bigger. Looks like the market wants to correct. Technically, this is crazy. Boom. What I mentioned. Oh yeah, but we need a volume. Well, technically that was the entry. There's no test. Yeah, this is the situation. Now on GE Vernova, I don't even know what the heck is that. But yeah, like on minutes, it's always like that. Look how inappropriate like year and months is. Everything is inappropriate, but minutes show like exhaustion volume, volume spring. Just didn't give us a test, which is no news. But look how it's just not a good place to buy this stock whatsoever. It's just not. And I'm sure in minutes it's gonna be, baby, yeah, look. It's like, buy me. It would be even fair to, after this volume, can't be wrong on this guy. The ideal would be if it shows test and resumes, but it also can go like significantly lower. I'm not sure I want to go through this entire list. I mean, yeah, but like really? Mishka? Like you don't have enough of trouble already? So, super technical, it's the moment right now. Dun, dun, dun. And it goes higher, changes its direction. I'm so... Should be like... Yeah. What I'm trying to do here? Like in all the reality. This is nuts. This is nuts. It's just crazy. And this volume, everything screams, everything yells. Don't touch anything here. It's an interesting situation. Why didn't I consider shorting here? Why did I not consider? You can also call this a change of direction here. And then the 0.5 kicks in and market respects. Yeah, and goes down. Or maybe it's funnier if you keep it like this. But that would be too close to the T2 level anyway. You know what I mean? If I put here, yeah, sign of strength, because this is last hour of the day and this is the real. And anyhow, that would have worked. I would need a test, and then on test it breaks. Yeah, I took my less than 2 hour on MOEX and stepped away for better, I think. It's a good volume. But this volume on inferior time frame doesn't solve this problem. Volume distribution is wrong and it didn't go. Yeah. Other than that, that would be an entry point. In 0.5. Right here. That would be our entry point. Gave us no test. If the monthly context would be better. probably wouldn't even care about. Yeah. Watermelon sugar high. Yeah, on ours everything looks beautifully. But it's too low to take it without a test. Maybe something on 5 minutes. Maybe not. Or it was coincidence of the levels and still went down. Then this. And this happens. Then this. Yeah, no, then it's a massacre. The weather needed for test and then went down again. Yeah, nothing. Well, I did my 1.19 on MOEX. Why didn't I take 2R? Ah, because I had a late entry. I was just following my acting coach, my trading coach, who entered right here. So I just took, and then here it was a little higher, but I closed manually because of this situation. Yeah, and you see, good job. Look what forms a new transition extremum. Okay guys, I'm tired of this. Let me go. Let me just check biggest losers of the day, and I'll let you go. Look at this guy. Yeah. Unless there's something on the news I don't know, it looks like Russian markets really liked EU, US trade deal. I also feel that like Russian markets are just irrational for like all geopolitical purposes. When the country is in a state of war, maybe it's just not subjected to regular market logic. And there's this volume here that's hard to ignore. But yeah. Boom. Spring at 0.5 test resumption. So high though. And it looks like they're gonna be bigger. Yeah, and that's also no bueno. Just go down. Doesn't have to. Look at all this. Well, like right now it's good for a continuation of the trend on 5 minutes. Realistically though, I don't think it's a good idea. And it will have a bigger volume on correction, so Let's keep it there. Change direction. And even tried to hold this level and went lower. You see how it springed towards spring, and then first sign of change of direction, and then doesn't confirm. And our previous T1 doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no. It's a massacre. What is going on? What is going on there? Okay, so it's trying to break now. General Motors. That it doesn't go. So first spring goes and then tests this spring and goes again. And it's not a test, it's an independent approach. Yeah. Nor nickel just goes higher. Wait, what? Huh. How did... Okay, bro. Okay, bro is doing it. Yeah, and look at this volume. It yells at us. It yells like, don't touch me. I'm toxic. Brown and brown. Look. From the beginning of the times. From the beginning of the times, I never had such a big volume. A lot of money closed the shirt. Insurance agency. Brown and brown. Florida. Florida doesn't look good. Sorry, Florida. It sure looks like a setup. And look at this break. Oof. It's definitely an hourly watch now. Drama, drama, drama. Imagine all the people. Imagine all the people. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. You see how like catching falling knives, catching falling knives. Catching falling knives. Boom. That's it. We're gonna go higher. Not really. You're gonna go lower. Yeah. And such a huge volume on correction. Yeah, that was a sentence right here. That was a sentence, my friends. Right here. After all this. Well, we've seen it before. I don't know who straight. It might have been like Casey's straight, not mine. Yeah, that looked like a sentence. Right here, someone just dumped this stock. Someone just dumped this stock. And what we're looking at? We're looking at this. But if from previous, we're looking at this. Isn't it dramatic? I think it's extremely dramatic. From 130 to 5.5. Totally ridiculous. Absolutely possible. But yeah, drama. We'll keep it open. UPS. It's getting close. Yeah, it just goes down. It's actually getting into an interesting level. Depending on how you see it, 1 bar rule. What? Yeah, but it's definitely good for a monthly watch, if not for, yeah, for a monthly watch. Oof. Watermelon sugar high. I think we should have, yeah, after this, we should have cut off the levels and start charging it up. Yeah, after here. It's like, okay, we're going up now. And then UPS is like, nope. UPS is my only real stop loss for the past 2 years, I think. Oh, actually it was, no, that was the spring, and then it was down and down. It's interesting, but officially it broke the level here. This one was a spring, and then down, and then down. Yeah, so then it was this level. Yeah, it's this. Early warnings. And what was the, yeah, that was the level, yeah. Anyhow, it's too early, but it's, yeah, getting there. Where was my stop? Somewhere around here. I think it was a short trade. Still hurts. Kidding, it doesn't hurt anymore. But it did hurt in the moment. It sure did hurt in the moment. United Health, you see? Catching falling knives. Anyone? We're going high. We're going down. Oof, and we have room to go. Yeah, I think that's enough. And And that's the it's a balance. So in the moment, this was a level. In the moment, this was a level. And then look at this guy. Anyhow, I gotta go. You guys stay well. Trade responsibly on your own. Make all decisions at your own discretion. This is continuation of the trend, and we're looking at it. Learn and grow in the community of like-minded people, such as myself, of course. It goes high. It's watermelon sugar high. This guy didn't hold for better. You remember? It's like suicidal. It might give a little volume. It's a little suicidal. Bro. My bro. Okay, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye. No. Guys, it wasn't switching over again. Gosh, I'm sorry I didn't check. Doesn't mean all the time. Okay, so you're seeing